Stewart Brewing, Skeleton Blues.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I've got one here from Scotland. It's from the Stewart Brewing Company, based in Edinburgh. And they've come up with this wheat beer. Not any old wheat beer. It's an American style wheat beer. What is American wheat beer? Now I'm going to show my ignorance here, because when I was in America, it appeared that the Americans were either doing flavoured wheat beer or copying the Belgian and German styles. I tried one over there, it was called Allagash. That was really nice. It was a Belgian style, and I must have drank about 6 pints of that watching a West Ham game over there. That was in Chicago, I think that was. Was it San Francisco? No, it was Chicago. That was Chicago. And yeah, that was really good. But I don't remember an American style unless it's like a hoppy type wheat beer, which is not unusual. The Germans do one as well. Schneiderweiss do one. So I'm really showing my ignorance here. I really don't know what an American style wheat beer is, or American wheat beer as they've called it here. But it's got a cool label on it. I do like that. Obviously into their music and all that, and the skulls. As I say, this brewery are based in Edinburgh, and I really don't know much about them at all. So you're going to have to excuse my ignorance on that. I just haven't had time to research them. All I know is that they're a craft brewer. They do quite a few beers. This isn't listed on the website that they have. Not sure why. It's not one of their core beers, so it's not one of their limited editions which they've got listed on there. I don't know why I got this from Beers of Europe, and I love wheat beer. So let's stop gassing and let's see what this is all about. Right, it's a 330ml can. It is a 5.2% American wheat beer. The IBUs are 32. That isn't too bitter, but it's bitter for a wheat beer, so I'm assuming there's some hops in this. That's the only conclusion I can come to. What else does it say on the side? Maybe anything on the side? Water, malted barley, wheat and oats and hops and yeast. Oh, this is interesting. Here we go. Skeleton Blues, American wheat beer, banana, biscuit, lemon sherbet and floral. Yeah, I get it now. The Americans do like their flavoured wheat beer. I tried one the other day from the Tailgate Brewery. That was orange. And they've put sherbet in this one. So that's where your bittering units are coming from, I'd imagine. Even though sherbet is supposed to be sour. And it's floral as well, so it's got some hops in it. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Let's get it open and let's see what's going on. I'd imagine that sourness is coming from the yeast, the sherbet. God, blimey, you can smell that from here. That is, whoa. That smells really strange. It's a cross between celery, yeah, there's a touch of sherbet, but not the sort of pungent sourness you get from Belgian beers, sour beers. There's definitely some hoppy notes. I'm getting that. That's probably what the floral sort of flavours they're describing. But yeah, I can get that sherbet. This smells intriguing. I was sort of half set to not bash this, but just wonder what they were doing. But it's smelling interesting, so let's get it in the glass and see what's going on. So it's got oats and wheat in it, so it should have an exceptional body and mouthfeel to it. There it is in the glass. Now, on first impressions on that, that does look like a half decent German wheat beer. The head is a bit sort of flimsy, it's dissipating at the moment. On the nose, out of glass. It's weird, I'm getting sherbet and the floral notes, but it's combining, this is going to sound terrible, to smell like a sort of a paint, if you can imagine that. It's like a plasticky paint, if you can imagine, not paint, what am I talking about? Years ago, I used to work with perspex. When I'd cut the perspex, you'd get all the dust and you'd get this like sort of sweet chemical smell. And that's the sort of smell I'm getting from this. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure there's no perspex in this. But let's just get it down the hatch. Cheers, wish me luck. I could die of perspex poisoning here. What the hell are they trying to do with this? I'm getting a bit of grapefruit, touch of orange, bitter orange, a lot of carbonation, intrusive carbonation on that, a dry mouthfeel, and complete bewilderment as to what they were trying to achieve. This is in date. Tell me this is in date and I'm not drinking an out of date beer. No, there's no, I can't see the sell by date on this, so it's probably not out of date. I'm hoping it ain't out of date. Don't think Beers of Europe would sell out of date beer, but there's no visible date stamp on that. How am I supposed to know whether this is fresh or not? Oh, here we go. Lie. Oh, hang on. Please tell me this was the canning date and not the fucking sell by date. Right, okay. I see 11th of September 2019 and I thought if that was a sell by date, that might explain the flavour, but it ain't. December 2020. So it's still reasonably fresh. I don't get it. Well, I do. I get what they're trying to do. They're fucking failing miserably. They're trying to. I think what they're trying to do. They're trying to combine a pale ale and a wheat beer. Because I'm getting some American style hops out of that. But it's not nice. I'm sorry, but it ain't nice. The carbonation for starters, right? Can you see? I don't know whether you can see that or not with the camera. But there's a lot of carbonation, and that you get that on the mouth as well. And that immediately puts me off because I don't want to be distracted by the carbonation when I drink a beer. I think it interferes with the flavour if you get it wrong. There's no big flavours in it. It's like a weak American pale ale with too much carbonation and the vaguest attempt at putting some body to it with the oats and the wheat. If this was a blindfold test, I'd be thinking some sort of pale ale, definitely not a wheat beer. It's like a full-bodied pale ale, but I don't get it. I don't see the point. The flavours aren't big here. It's not doing anything for me, I have to say. There's some grapefruit, there's some orange zest, some lime or lemon, one of the two, I can't work out which. And it's just, I don't know, maybe it's me. The carbonation is almost like it's aggressive. It's like sandpaper, you know. It's not doing it for me. Sorry. So what's the verdict? Well, Stewart Brewing, this is the first one I've had from you, and to be honest, I am not impressed. I don't get it. It's a wheaty style pale ale, but the mouthfeel is putting me off. It's like sandpaper. It's like an abrasive type sort of mouthfeel, which I don't like in beers. I tried the Franciscana the other day, and that was disgusting. The mouthfeel put me right off. Same with the Erdinger. When you get that abrasive mouthfeel, it just kills the flavours, in my opinion. And the flavours, when they do come through, I mean, that has calmed down a little bit now, but I can get, you know, a pale ale type flavour from it, but I don't get what you're trying to do. And the flavours aren't big either. So yeah, not impressed. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. Would I recommend it? No. 3 out of 10. Not recommended. Remember, I'm drinking this shit, so you don't have to.